What's going on, guys? JV here, and today I have some more Cleveland Browns football talk for you. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 4-1 Cleveland Browns, who will be heading to Heinz Field to take on the 4-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. A game that has created a lot of buzz in the NFL world, not just locally in Cleveland or in Pittsburgh, but just all around the league. A lot of people are talking, is this Cleveland Browns team for real? And is the Pittsburgh Steelers, team who, with the win on Saturday, moves on to 5-0, are they a legit Super Bowl contender? A lot on the line for both teams, especially in the AFC North. We know that there's an additional playoff team added as well in each conference, so huge playoff implications. A lot of people calling it a must-win game for the Browns. I do not think that is the case. I will get into that why here in a second. But yeah, let's get into the bread and butter of the video. What are we going to expect? I expect it to be a clean game. I do know those guys over in Pittsburgh didn't forget about what happened, but I don't think we're going to see anything crazy like, swinging helmets, fist fights, those sort of things. But I can see a battle down there on the field, especially up front on each side of the ball. We're going to see some big hits, some loud hits. We'll probably see a little bit of chirping, but overall, I think it's going to be a well-played game. And I also think we're going to see a lot of points in this game. The Cleveland Browns safety spots right now is a little concerning. A couple of guys out for them. Ronnie Harrison and Carl Joseph are out for this one. So my biggest concern going into this game for the Browns is the back half of the secondary. I think we know what we're going to get out of guys like Denzel, Money Mitch, but more in the back half. We're going to have Red Wine, Sendejo, guys like that who are going to be asked to step up and take on some big roles this week, especially with the way Big Ben and those guys have been playing in the air. So that's my biggest concern for the Browns. But on the flip side, I don't think the Pittsburgh secondary and back end of their secondary is anything to write home about either. And I really do trust our home run hitters like OBJ and Landry to be able to beat guys like Joe Hayden and Nelson over there in Pittsburgh. So and this leads me on to, the offensive side of the ball. I think we're going to see big plays from each team. The story of the game for me is, are the Browns going to be able to answer when there's a big play made by Big Ben in the offense? Because I do think the Steelers and Big Ben will have some home runs in this game. So will Cleveland be able to respond, be able to stay true to their game plan and continue to battle back and forth with this Pittsburgh team, who I do think is going to put up points. But ultimately, I think the Browns put up points as well, starting with Kareem Hunt. I think Kareem Hunt's going to have a more explosive day than he did last week in against Indianapolis. He didn't play bad, but he didn't have really any home run plays. We'll call them, money maker plays. He didn't have any 15+ yard, runoffs and bursts. And I think we see a couple big plays this week from Hunt, who will have his, this will be his second week in a row as the, RB1. So I do expect some more explosive plays, home run plays from Hunt, which will ultimately, fiddle its way down through the rest of the offense with the play action game, the one-on-ones to Baker, Hooper, Jarvis, so on and so forth. So I do think Hunt plays just a much bigger role this week than he did last week as far as big plays go. Whether it's Kareem Hunt in the Browns offense marching down the field late to kind of, secure a win with a few first downs or a game-winning drive, or if it's Big Ben and James Conner and those guys really just pounding us up front to secure a victory late for them. However, any way I put it, I do believe what decides this game is controlling the line of scrimmage late in the second half. Maybe a mistake, an offsides, a false start, a holding call, something minute is going to end up winning this game late up front in the trenches. I do believe so. Even though we're talking a ton of offense, when it matters in crunch time, AFC North football, I think whoever's able to pound it late or keep the chains moving late on the ground up front, winning the battle in the trenches, does go on to win this game. All right, so let's talk about my prediction. I honestly do think that it's going to be last drive of the game, last 2 minutes, maybe last 3 minutes of the game that this game is decided. And I think it's going to be the Browns who come out on top with a last 2 to 3 minute drive to march down the field and win the game. I think Baker makes a play or two, and I do think that the final drive that they have in this game could be the drive that we see for the next couple years. The Browns have arrived. The Browns are 5-1, beat Pittsburgh at Heinz Field for the first time in my lifetime. I think the guys are ready. I think this team is ready. I know it's a game that locker room wants to win more than anything. There's guys in that locker room who have been beaten down by Pittsburgh time in and time out. And I think this is the year where the Browns make enough big plays to win a game on the road in Heinz Field. And like I said, it's going to be within the last couple minutes. It's going to be a money drive led by Baker, Kareem Hunt, and company. And I think we see a big play with a tight end late. Harrison Bryant, I'm going to keep saying that name. He's going to make a big play late for us. The Browns are going to come on top 34-31, and they're going to be winners in this one. First win in Heinz Field in what seems like forever. They will end up being 5-1 on the season with still some work to do, but a lot of people dancing back home in Cleveland. One of the biggest wins in Browns franchise history, especially since returning in 1999. I think that happens this Sunday. I'm excited. I can't wait for the game. I know I'll be up drinking, having fun around 9 a.m. Hopefully you guys are, being safe out there, but at least having a little bit of fun as well. And, if you guys wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, turning on the notifications for the channel, supporting any way you could would be great. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good weekend. Go Browns. And yes, hopefully we'll be 5-1 at the end of Sunday. See you guys.